Wednesday night. I feel like I need to turn this up a little bit. Good evening, everybody. Hey, what do you know? It's RootzLive, baby. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode number 9. That's right, 9 of our Wednesday night broadcast, RootzLive, sponsored tonight by those crazy, awesome people at CruzerLite. That's right. I totally forgot.
Oh, shit.
Episode number 9. Oh, man, I totally should have queued that up. Nice to see you guys. Take a sip, excuse me.
Oh, my God.
I do look like a walking billboard. I got my RootzWiki shirt, my Canucks hat. Sorry to the Kings. Sorry to New Jersey. It is what it is.
Please.
Check out CruzerLite.com for the very best in cases and accessories for your Android device. I'm very excited to have you all here joining us for our Wednesday weekly episode on RootzWiki.com. Today's date is Wednesday, May 30th. Jeez, man, year's almost half over. 2012. Currently 6 p.m. Pacific time. I am your host, Scotty Brown, broadcasting from beautiful, lovely, gorgeous, awesome Puget Sound, Washington. Yeah, the audio might be a little off. Kind of depends on your connection. I'm going to blame it totally on you because sometimes we have good connections with some people and other people it's bad, but I guarantee that mine's pretty decent. So anyways, tonight's going to be a little different. Certainly. I'm by myself. Yeah, I've got nobody. Some stuff come up. People split. It happens. So tonight's format's going to be a little different than it usually is. I'm going to take some calls. The phone number to call in, 347-838-9645. 347-838-9645 is the call-in number. I'd love if you gave me a jingle here in a little bit, and we'll toss you up on the air. We'll shoot the stuff and chat for a little bit. So anyway, so it's by myself. I got a couple things I want to go over before we start taking some phone calls. It's been a crazy Memorial Day weekend. I hope everybody had a safe one and remembered those that sacrificed so much for us over the previous years and whatnot. If you've had military veterans, or in my own opinion, I think that police and firefighters fall in there too. Pretty much any public service that gives selflessly to keep other people safe. So other than that, I hope that you had yourself did find some time for some family, maybe a little barbecue, maybe a little beer. I know we certainly did, and I'll get into that in just a few minutes. But first, I want to talk quickly about my friend Rob Gorski. Those of you guys who follow me on Google Plus or on Twitter saw I did some stuff today for Rob. Rob hit kind of says he has a blog. It's called Lost and Tired. LostandTired.com is where Rob Gorski blogs, and Rob is a real special guy. He has, I believe, 3 children, and maybe just 2, but all of his kids have moderate to severe autism, and Rob has been an inspiration to a lot of people because autism is kind of a big thing in our nation, in our communities, and in our country. And I've been personally touched a little bit in the past, and we did a fundraiser last year for I think it was the Autism Foundation, where we raised about $1,800, I think. I believe it was about $1,800, and we donated that to the Autism Foundation. That was from all the viewers and everybody who we auctioned off a bunch of stuff, and it was really, really great. But anyways, Rob, not only are his kids have some severe kind of disabilities there, but he also has a wife that has some real health issues too, some pretty debilitating health issues, and Rob pretty much takes care of his whole family. You know, this guy really works hard to make sure everybody's well taken care of. And the reason why I mention this is because Rob kind of ran into some financial turmoil recently, and he wrote a blog post specifically asking if anybody would be interested in purchasing up his brand new in the box Sprint Galaxy Nexus with a whole buttload of accessories. Thank you, Sock Monkey, for putting that Twitter out there. A whole boatload of accessories, and it's up on eBay. And he wants $450 for it. And this is his. He just got this. They just went to Sprint like a week ago, and he hasn't even activated it. But he does a lot of blogging and stuff from his phones and from his devices, but he's kind of in dire straits and needs some cash. So I thought that I'd kind of get the word out there that if you're in the market for a Sprint Galaxy Nexus phone, you can head over to lostandtired.com, and there's a link to the eBay auction. Something else I thought that was something that I kind of did myself was I donated some money to his PayPal. So, if you find it in your heart and you want to take care of somebody, maybe help him out a little bit to pay some bills, and hopefully he doesn't have to get rid of his phone. We'd hate to see a member of the Android community kind of lose their device, but that's the reality of the situation nowadays. His PayPal address is rob@lostandtired.com. I'll paste that in the chat room here. Rob, it's R-O-B, at lostandtired.com. So send $5, send $10, send $20. Help the guy out. Maybe we can get enough money together so that he doesn't have to get rid of his phone. That'd be really cool. And he's a hell of a nice guy. If you just go over and spend some time on his blog over at lostandtired.com and just read about his daily turmoils with the kids and kind of how his life is, maybe you might find it in your heart to slip the guy, a $20 bill. So, but yeah, Rob is a great guy. I don't want to get too much into that, but if you find it in your heart, slip the guy a couple bucks. Not going to really get anything out of it, but hey, whatever. It makes you feel good inside. Also, for those of you guys that aren't aware, I'm surprised if you're not by now, I'm the director of marketing for CruzerLite Wireless, that we make the cell phone cases, and we've chipped in a $30 gift card. So if you end up picking up his Galaxy Nexus, forbid that he does have to sell it, we're going to give $30 to whomever ends up winning the auction or purchases it outright, so that you can get yourself a couple cases for the device. So, anyways, J-Case, what the hell is going on with your chat, dude? That is pretty wicked. Anyways, yeah, I do see the live chat, Shane. That's just driving me crazy. Good thing I'm not kind of watching that. I'm just going to watch over here. Anyways, that's it. So I'm not going to hit on that too much more. But anyways, if you get an opportunity, feel good about yourself. This weekend, Memorial Day weekend, I put out an open invite to anybody who was in the Puget Sound area. My birthday was on Sunday, and I had Steve Smith and Stephen Bird up here from Sacramento area. They came up and spent the week with me, and we had a big old barbecue on Sunday for my birthday. And I was pretty overwhelmed when a bunch of people showed up. I kind of knew that most of them were coming, but it's a little different when you get everybody there, and just kind of see the people that showed up. I was really, I don't know, man, pretty humbled by the people that decided to arrive. I wanted to give a shout out to Steve Smith and Steve Bird for taking the time to spend a week with me. They were crazy. Or excuse me, they were great. We had a fun time. We hit the bars a couple times, especially Bird and I. We went out one night and really just had a great old time. I'm sure there was. I don't think that I had any drunken tweets, but yeah. Anyways, those guys were awesome. And then we had the barbecue on Sunday, and about 35 people showed up. And there was apparently some people from out of town who were just up visiting anyways, so it all kind of fell. I'm going to quickly just run down the list of people that were there, and I want to, this is kind of a big group thank you to everybody who came for my birthday barbecue on Sunday and enjoyed the weather and the beer. We killed a keg of good IPA. We drank a lot of alcohol. We ate a lot of burgers and a lot of hot dogs, and just, it was really kind of cool. Everybody it was kind of potluck style, so everybody chipped in something, and we sat around for, we started at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I think we turned off the lights after everybody had left right around 1 o'clock in the morning. So it was like 11 hours of just pure fun and drinking and eating and a good time. So a big thank you to these people who showed up. K-Mobs, Kean Mobley from Cyanogen, his young lady Mercedes Pang, Steve Kondick, the Cyanogen, him and his wife Stacy stopped by, Jeff Oliver and Carissa Oliver from Cyanogen Mod, they drove up from Portland with Chris Sewell, that's Woot Root, and Dobie Wollert drove up with them as well from Portland. My good buddy Chris Guthrie, of course Stephen Bird, Steve Smith, Jonathan Stedman from AOKP, that's White Hawk X. He showed up as well with his lovely girlfriend Bethany Nevitt, Stephen Richards, you might know him as Captain Kurtik, Justin Crouch, Daniel Price, Greg Hill, Amanda Sarnaski, Ben, I'm going to trash your last name, but Ben, I think it's Ben Buckocker, Bushshocker, whatever. John Tupling, Peggy Warner, Randy Warner, Bruce Wilkie, Jesus Segura, Adam Martin, my lovely daughters, Dakota and Atlantis, and of course my beautiful young lady, Nicole, for putting up with it all and helping me get everything straight. So everybody there, thank you very much for coming. You guys were great. I appreciate everything that you did, and it was really cool just to get this big, huge, smart people all together sitting around the campfire just kind of drinking beer and just talking Android, and I was pretty humbled. I shut my mouth and learned a few things. It was great. So that was my birthday on Sunday. Thanks everybody that showed up. I do a Labor Day barbecue as well at the end of summer, and that's usually pretty epic too. So if you're in the Puget Sound area and you want to stop by for that, mark it on your calendar, Labor Day weekend. So, all right, that's that. Before we get to calls, I see a couple of you guys in the queue. I want to plug one other thing. The case contest between RootzWiki and CruzerLite is over, meaning that we've stopped accepting submissions. I posted all of the submissions on the RootzWiki Google Plus page. I made a nice little gallery there, and so that everybody can go there and then vote for the ones you like just by simply +1ing it. I'm going to put this in the chat room. So that's the link in the chat room to the gallery of the submissions that we received for the CruzerLite RootzWiki case contest for the Galaxy Nexus. And man, there's some pretty dope designs in there. There's a couple that that are certainly standing out as the favorites, and we're kind of thinking that since the ones that are really kind of sticking out as being awesome, that people are +1ing, what we'll likely end up doing over at CruzerLite is we're going to produce the one design that we have now, the one that we did with the Android break, with Sully breaking the glass on a black background. We're going to produce that, and then we'll probably, it looks like the two front runners right now are pretty much neck and neck, and likely what we'll do is we'll print the one that we made, and then we'll probably just print the other two as well. So we'll have a total of 3 RootzWiki branded cases, and then if that is what happens, because we haven't definitively chosen a winner, it's just the margin of people who are clicking those are +1ing those are really kind of going crazy. What we'll do is, if we have more than one winner, we'll give both winners, or whoever ones that we decide to print, we'll give them the gift certificate as well. So we won't split it in half. Everybody will get a $100 gift certificate over to CruzerLite.com. So you might have more than 2 or 3 designs to choose from. I'm looking in the chat room, and I'm seeing people are asking them for the T989, which I believe is the Hercules, Galaxy S2 on T-Mobile, Hercules. And correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure you will. Yes, okay, thank you. If we get, I was talking with my boss, and what we were considering doing is, if we get enough demand for a second device besides the Galaxy Nexus, if we get enough demand for another device, be it the T989 or the Nexus S or the Galaxy Note or something, well, we'll go ahead and we'll do a run of those as well. So what we'll do is we'll get the designs all figured out, and then I'll figure out if we can do more than just a Galaxy Nexus case. If you guys want T989 or a Note or a Galaxy S3 even, we'll be more than happy to do a run of those too. So yeah, sensation maybe. It really depends upon demand, because we have to put forth a good chunk of change up front, and to get them made, so we don't want to lose our butts. So anyways, yeah, that's it. Go over there and +1 the designs you like. Resound with extended battery. I think that's Roman, isn't that your specialty? I think Roman's in the chat room. So, anyways, yeah, go over to the gallery, and I'll put it in the chat room again. Go over to the gallery and just plus ones the ones you like. So, ones you like, just hit them with the +1, and that's kind of your way of voting. So, let's take some calls, guys. 347-838-9645 is the call-in number. It's going to be an open format. Remember, before you try to troll me, that I do have your phone number. I think that guy on After Dark, or what it was on Friday. I think it was Friday. It was After Dark. That guy tried trolling us, and I ended up giving his phone number out to everybody because it was an After Dark. So you can kind of speculate from there how that was going. What's that in the cage in the back? That is an aquarium. There are fish in it. Yeah, there's fish. So, anyways, so don't troll me. Let's pull up some callers. Area code 281. You're on the air. Who's this?
It's Michael.
Michael, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good, brother. Doing good.
Cool. Very awesome. Where are you at?
Houston, Texas. I won the shirt from Andy's Threads.
Oh, okay.
I was just calling, man. I was just wanting to get in the queue and just see what was going on, man, how the weekend was, how the birthday and all that stuff.
Oh.
I think you pretty much covered it.
Oh, just a little bit of love. I appreciate that. Like I said, it was great having people just show up, and I don't think a single person left here not having a good time. Definitely. There was plenty of beer, plenty of booze, plenty of food, and plenty of amazing conversation. And everybody that showed up was extremely respectful of my home, extremely respectful of my family and of my property and of each other. I will mention how funny it was to see Jonathan Stedman. That's Whitehawk from AOKP. It was pretty damn funny to see him get a picture with Cyanogen because I think he had to go wash his hands afterwards. He had such a big grin on his face, man. So, Houston, are you gonna drive up to Dallas for the barbecue this fall?
I will be. I was there last year.
Excellent. No, did we get to drink together?
No, we did not. I was actually just in the area. It was kind of a surprise. I didn't know anything about it, and then one of my friends was like, "Let's go party, bro." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever." We went party hard.
Yeah, well, the whole last year, the whole time that we were there was. That's exactly what it was a giant party. And looking forward to it again this year. I think that we're going to fly in on Thursday and then fly out on Monday. Last year, we got there Friday morning, and then we had to leave Sunday afternoon, so that we could get back to work on Monday. But we're taking the extra time this year so we can party just a little bit harder and meet everybody. So make sure you look me up while we're down there, buddy. We'll, I don't know, we'll have a beer or something.
Oh, no doubt.
Cool.
Get you to drink some of that good Shinerbach beer we got down here.
God, you guys have the worst beer in Texas. It's funny you mentioned Shinerbach because at the barbecue, we had a pub crawl, and we went down to 6th Street or 6th Ave right there in Austin.
Yeah, 6th Street.
Yeah, 6th Street. So apparently that's like the big party area, and we're hitting all these clubs, and and new viewers may not know this, but I'm from the Pacific Northwest. I'm from Tacoma, and up here there's two things that are important. One is beer, the other's coffee. Okay, and I am a beer snob. I'm not a fan of CruzerLite. I'm not a fan of crap beer, really. And it seemed like every joint that we went to, and I don't know if this is Texas-wide or if this is just Austin, Michael, but every bar I went to, I'd ask them, I said, what do you have on tap? What's on tap? And inevitably it was CruzerLite, Shinerbach, Dos Equis, and maybe Bud Light, and that's it. And I'm like, don't you have any good beers, any micros or anything like that? Oh, well, yeah, we got Shinerbach. Well, that stuff's terrible, man.
I love it.
Oh, well, yeah, it must be a Texas thing.
It definitely is. It's made here, but no, you should go to Fox and Hound. They've got like 100 beers on the tap, and it's phenomenal.
Well, we ended up at one place finally, and I don't remember the name of it. We did end up on one place there on 6th Street that had about 60 good handles of beer, and they had some local Texas brews that were some IPAs and some porters and stouts that were actually delicious. But it really, we had to hit like 5 bars before we found one that had that many handles on. So if you're ever in Seattle, look me up. I'll take you out and introduce you to good beer.
Good luck with that. I still love my Shiner, man.
There you go. All right, Michael. I appreciate you calling in, man. You have a good night.
Not a problem, Scotty.
Cheers.
Yeah, one too.
All right, what a nice guy. You know, one thing I did notice when I was in Texas for the barbecue was that everybody in Texas is really, really nice. Everybody's extremely nice. Yeah, just real friendly. Everybody's real friendly. So I appreciate that, Michael. Let's pull up area code 580. You're on the air. Who's this? 580 going once. Hello. Hello?
Hello?
Hello. How are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I was just wanted to ask a couple questions. I recently got a website and I'm starting another one. I just trying to figure out what people are expecting in Android sites. What can I do to make my Android site worth coming to?
Sure. First off, what's your name?
Shane.
Shane. And where are you from, Shane?
From Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Where at?
Clinton, Oklahoma. Closer to Elk City. That's probably one you guys would know.
Okay. Now, I was going to say, hopefully not. Well, you know, we lost here in Seattle. We lost our Seahawks to you guys.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're doing really good this season. So, no bitterness, no bitterness at all. That's a good question. You know, you guys in the chat room. You know, if you guys are in, you know, as far as an Android blog getting started, you know, I've started 2 of my own, and I've worked for 4. And the only advice I could give, and if you guys have any advice in the chat room, feel free to ping me, or you know, just let me know. Really, the only advice I could give is maybe a couple things. First off, don't plaster ads all over your stuff. There's nothing worse than wanting to go read about something at an Android blog, you know, seeing it on Twitter or on Google Plus or Facebook or something, and I go and I want to go read it because, you know, the headline says something really great, and I want to go read it, and there's more ads than there is content, and that goes for any blog, but it's specifically, there's a lot of Android blogs out there that are doing that, and oh man, it's just, you know, it's extremely frustrating for the reader to try and grasp you know, your content when, you know, they got to click out of a pop-up, or they've got these automatic audio ads that just start playing and stuff like that. That's the first suggestion I would make. The second I would make would be to make it very easy to get around, navigate, and to read. You know, for people to find content when they go to your blog. There's a couple Android blogs out there that simply make it almost impossible to find anything. You know, they're more focused on bringing people in from, you know, from Twitter or from Facebook or whatnot. But, you know, if a site really has a good user base, there will be people who go to the front page to look for new stuff to read. And I think it's really important for people to be able to find that content on your site. And then third, I would say network. Get to know people, be friendly, and be extremely productive as far as the community goes. You know, you're not going to be rich. You know, if you put up ads on your site, you're not going to be rich. You're not doing this. There's a couple mega sites. There's a couple mega sites that are out there that make really good money doing this. But, you know, they've been in business for 2.5, 3 years, you know, and they've got their user base established. There's really, you know, there hasn't been, I can't really think of a single Android site that has started in the last year and has made a major impact. I think the last, oh boy, I'm not going to go there, but I would say that I don't think that there's been one that's made a major impact in the last year. And then my final piece of advice is do it because you love it. You know, do it because you love Android, not because you want to be rich or get free toys to play with, but simply because you love it. And that's, I think that's probably the most critical piece. So,
Okay.
Cool. Any other questions?
And then I just want to tell you, man, I've been watching since episode 6, and I just love the show, and you're doing good work, and
Thank you.
really, even some of my iPhone friends have started watching your show just to see what all Android's coming out with, so I really appreciate what you're doing.
Oh, Shane, I thank you very much for the love. I got to tell you, there's certain nights like tonight when I'm on the air by myself, and I'm like, I'll just take phone calls. You know, I just really am kind of put into a position where my whole outline that I've spent all week working on just right out the window. So it's like, but I appreciate you calling in, and I appreciate your time, and thanks so much for your support, dude.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, Shane, take care, buddy. Go Sonics. All right, nice guy. I actually used to live in Oklahoma back in the day. I lived in a little city called Choctaw outside of Oklahoma City. I was like 6 years old. About 6, and I don't really remember too much of it. I remember it being hot as hell in the summertime, cold as heck in the wintertime with lots of snow, and there were a lot of cows. There was a lot of cows. My neighbor and I, we lived we lived on property that had cow pastures all around it, and my neighbor Gavin and I would go out and we'd go digging in the cow feeders, the big cow feeders, and we'd have cow pie. We'd throw cow pies at each other. Oh boy, excuse me for a second. I'm going to answer this. Hi, Joel. Well, I'm kind of in the middle of doing a show right now. He's like, "Oops," funny. But anyways, yeah, Oklahoma. It was flat, and we used to throw cow pies at each other and climb around in the cow feeders. So let's take another call. The number 347-838-9645. 347-838-9645 is the number. Give me a jingle, and I'll toss you up on the air as long as you're not going to troll me. Remember, you don't want to troll me. Area code 541. You're on the air. Who's this? All right, turn your.
Hey, this is Jesse, or Nug 420 on XDA.
What's up, man? Turn your speakers down, please. I get feedback.
All right, hold on. Let's see what the hell we've got going on here.
There you go.
All right, how about now?
Jesse, where you at?
I'm in Eugene, Oregon.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, I love the Northwest.
Absolutely. How's our beer here?
What's that?
I said, how's the beer?
The beer's great. Do you guys ever get an Ninkasi beer up there?
Oh, dude, do I ever get an Ninkasi beer? Hold on a second. I got to show you something. Do I ever get an Ninkasi? Let's see if you guys can see this. Maybe not. Anyways, I've got a shelf behind me here in the corner, and the bottom 3 bottles are Elysian, but I've got 3 shelves.
Oh, yeah.
I've got 3 shelves
Oh,
above
actually,
that.
I can see it.
Okay, those are all Ninkasi. And then on top of my, I'm going to have to move this. Hold on. Let's see. See all those? On top of my little shelves back here, I've got about another 100 or so bottles. And so, yeah, I've heard of Ninkasi. Tricera hops is my favorite. I love Tricera hops.
Yeah, I love Ninkasi beer. I knew you guys were all beer drinkers from the Northwest, and I was like, I got to ask him if he's a Ninkasi fan or not.
Tricera hops is insane. Tricera hops is some good beer. So's Total Domination. That's another good one, too.
Word.
So, all right, you're in Eugene. So what's up, man?
Not a whole lot. I just thought I'd call and say what up and say I love Roots Wiki. I love that you guys do this show every week. I've been watching. It's a good chance to get to see some people's faces and, kind of get to know them a little bit more than just by words and whatever on XDA. And, keep up the good work, guys.
Thank you. Yeah, we've got here at RootsWiki, we've really, our team is pretty damn cool. I'll tell you a little, my history with RootsWiki. I've been kind of involved with Steve Smith and Steve Bird since the get-go, but just been as a friend. I wasn't involved or employed or anything by RootsWiki, but I've known about them. They've known me, and some really great guys. But I was broadcasting on Radio Android That was my broadcast site that I'd set up, and it was great and everything. And I had fun doing what I did, but my audience, I had a good, consistent audience, and Steve Smith and Steve Bird, they said, hey, why don't you come work with us? Your audience will grow considerably because, RootzWiki's RootzWiki, man. The forums are huge, and the people are just, are great. So, I thought about it. I said, you know what? That's where I need to be. And it was nice to be able to do something where I didn't have to run the entire show, because that's what I was doing. I was running Radio Android Net, and then I was also doing Android Activist, and I was running a blog over here and then a broadcast site over here, and it was just taking up so much time. So being able to kind of just do what I really like to do, which is just broadcasting, this is fun, and do it with some really great people and not have to worry about editing articles or writing stories or the forums or anything like that, was great. So I got to say that the move to RootzWiki was by far the best move I ever made, because I'm working with the best people in the industry. I've got the best audience. You guys are just, I get so many. I get my audience is huge now, and I gotta say, you guys are all pretty damn cool. I don't see a lot of bitching on the forums. I don't see a lot of fighting and none of that stuff or drama that happens in other places. So, thank you for watching, and thank you for participating. It's pretty damn cool.
Definitely, it's kind of. I'm kind of new to the Android community, and I'd say about a year or so, and I'm running, AOKP on my Hercules, and it's just nice to see the guys that build the ROMs come on and talk, and be able to see them as people, and kind of just to get to see who people are, and not just by what they post, or and it's kind of nice to get to know people instead of just downloading their stuff and running it on my phone.
That's true. We're always looking for more developers to come on, more themers to come on the show and introduce themselves and take interview questions. The AOKP guys, the Team Gummy guys, they've all been really approachable, which is great.
It's definitely been very helpful to me as someone in the learning process and trying to get better at theming, or just learn basically, because I came into this not really knowing anything about Android, and a lot of those guys have been really helpful just on explaining on how to do it and being nice about helping, and not just kind of turning their shoulder and saying, here's a ROM and have it and whatever.
I agree with you. There's undoubtedly, and developers, if you're watching or listening, anybody, actually this goes for anybody, there's no reason to be a dick, okay? Really, there is no reason to be a dick, period. And, if someone needs help, at least point them in the right direction, but, just to be a dick, that's not productive to anybody, and the only thing that's going to happen.
Just to be a dick doesn't really get you anywhere.
People are going to lose respect for you, man, if you're just being a dick to be a dick. And really, we don't need that in our community. We got enough as it is. And
what'd your mom always say? If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all.
That's precisely it. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. It's true. So, anyways, cool. Jesse, it's nice talking to you, buddy. You going to make it to the barbecue?
Scotty, keep up the good work, and I'll see you guys around.
All right, brother. Thanks so much.
I'm going to try and make it out to the barbecue. I'm all the way up here in Oregon, so but I'm going to try and make it. We'll see if I can get down there.
If I can make it from Seattle, you can make it from Eugene.
Yeah, I got a few other festivals I do, like the Oregon Country Fair and further in Portland, and so we'll see if I can make it down.
Before I let you go, here about 2 years ago, my wife and I, Nicole, we got a whole bunch of us together, and we went down to Portland. And I don't know if you guys remember Cromer. He did the Chrome Droid ROMs. Cromer and his wife live in Portland, and Kellix from RootzLive, he's in Portland. We had a Portland meetup, Android meetup one year during the summer, and Nicole.
I would love to do that.
Oh, dude. Nicole and I went down for the weekend. We got a hotel at Stay America or something like that. We had a little suite, with a little kitchen and stuff. It was really cheap. It was like $50 a night, and it was a weekend of nothing but beer. We hit over the course of. We got there Friday night, and we left Sunday evening after the Seahawks game. So from from Friday to Sunday, we hit a total of, I think, 13 breweries. And we hit the big ones. We hit Widmer, Weinhardt's, we hit McMenamins, we hit Rogue Brewery. And each one that we went to, I ended up stealing a glass from, at the very least. 'Cause I got this thing. I used to collect. Some people collect shot glasses, and I collected pounders, branded pounders. And so yeah, every single one we went to, I ended up walking out with a glass. But my favorite was when we went to the Rogue Brewery, because I love Rogue beer. Rogue is just. Whew.
Yeah, Nicotsi seems like they've kind of killed Rogue out around here.
Yeah, in Portland, it's still pretty prevalent. But so we went in. It was myself. It was my wife Nicole. It was Cromer and his wife Brienne, and we went into the Rogue Brewery in Portland. And it's I guess they have a couple. I'm not sure which one we went to, but it was smaller. And we sit down at this table, and it's Rogue, so they got all this beer. Everything is beer everywhere. And the waiter, hi, my name is whatever. I'm you're welcome to Rogue Brewery. And then he sets this thing in front of me, this menu. All right, and we were going to eat as well, but he gives me this menu, and this menu is their beer menu. And it is a leather-bound binder, beautiful brown leather. And each one of us get one. And I'm looking at this thing, and I look at him. I forget his name. I think it was Michael or something. And I said, Michael, just so that we're on the same page, I want you to know that this menu will be walking out the door with me tonight. Just so you know. I let him know that I was taking this menu. And I said, you can charge me for it on my tab if you'd like. I said, but if you don't, that's fine, because I will just make it up to you in your tip. But I'm telling him that I'm stealing this damn thing, right? So the guy's like, oh, that's cool, no problem, they're really nice, da-da-da-da-da. So, we're drinking, we're having a good time, and it's time to go. And I've still got this menu in front of me. And this thing's a binder. It's big, right? No joke. So what am I going to shove it up my shirt? Am I going to put it in my coat? Whatever. I said, hell with it, man. I just picked it up and walked out the door with it. And Nicole and myself and Cromer and Brienne were about a block away back to Cromer and Brienne's car when the manager started yelling at me. And yelling at me to, hey, bring that back. And I just kept right on walking. And now, to this day, hold on a second.
Got it.
This is...
There's the evidence.
This is my prized possession right here. It sits on the very top. It sits on the top of my shelf up here next to all my bottles. And this thing is beautiful. I mean, let's see if I can take it. There we go.
That's a pretty fancy menu right there.
Yeah, and it's got, every single beer that they brew, it has the ingredients, the history of it, it's got pictures of it, everything. So I don't know what this thing is worth to somebody, but to me, it was just, this is leather, and it's all stitched. And
Well, I'm kind of new to the Android community up here, but I'd be more than willing to try and help and get some sort of Northwest meet going together in Seattle or Tacoma or Portland, and try and maybe get some of us together and meet up.
Well, I'm sure that we'll do it this summer, because there is far too many people here in the Northwest to not do it. And no, I'm not a klepto, all right? But J Case is up in Port Angeles, and Whitehawks in Seattle, and it just, there's so many good people around here that we'll probably end up doing it before the summer's out. We'll all get together and do it.
Yeah, I think I'm actually moving to Seattle at the end of the summer, I think, too.
Oh, cool.
So,
just stay away from the U District. It's bad news.
Well, yeah. I think I follow you on Twitter, and I'm Nugs420 on RootzWiki and XDA and Twitter, and hit me up, and we'll try and link up.
I appreciate you calling, Jesse. Thanks so much, dude.
Definitely. Keep up the good beer drinking.
I have no choice. Nice guy. Eugene, Oregon's like smack dab in the middle, and a really nice place. I've driven through there many times going to California, and I'll tell you, there's one thing about Oregon that holds true, is most of the people are weird. You guys have heard of Portlandia? Well, that's kind of how it is, that whole area right there. But everybody is typically very nice. They're pretty nice people in Portland, or excuse me, in Western Oregon. I don't know about Eastern Oregon because I've never been there. But let's take another call. Let's see. We're getting kind of close to the top of the hour, so we're not going to stay on too much longer. Oh, look at that. Rutgers in the chat room. Let me op his butt. There he is. That sounds dirty. Let me op his butt. All right. Hey-o. All right, there you go, Rugger. Nice. Okay, we'll take one or two more calls. 347-838-9645 is the number. 347-838-9645. Let's take area code 602. You're on the air. Who is this?
This is Michael.
Michael, how are you?
I'm doing all right, man. How about yourself?
I'm excellent. Where are you calling from?
Phoenix, Arizona, man.
Oh, geez. How hot was it today?
Actually, we got a cold front over Memorial Weekend, so I think it got us to like 100 today. So not too shabby.
We had a cold front, so it was about 100. That just blows my mind. Forget that, dude.
Well, our cold front, we got down to about maybe like mid-70s, and then it warmed back up over the weekend.
Yeah. We call that a heat wave here in Seattle.
A heat wave?
Yeah, it's 75
Heat waves here, about 120 degrees, and then it rains. Or, well, I should say monsoon.
That's crazy. Why, Michael, why is J-Case telling me to tell you to RTFM?
Who is what?
Yeah, apparently J-Case has no idea what you're talking about. I'm sorry. I'm watching the chat room, too. And do you know who J-Case is?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, he's telling you to RTFM. Read the freaking manual, I guess.
Oh, this is about the Droid Incredible 2 that I got shipped from Verizon on a replacement device today. The old one had the old firmware, the 5.10 firmware, which was easily rootable through anything. This new 6.01 firmware that they decided to ship, which is an unreleased firmware update that they're just doing patch software on for this phone, apparently is not rootable. Pocket Root doesn't work, Zerd Rush doesn't work.
Yet?
Can't get the thing to work.
Get to work?
I've been trying. I have probably spent like 2 hours on this phone, and I'm pretty sure J-Case has explained it pretty thoroughly, and I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the internal storage not reading the main version check. It's not allowing it to seat properly, basically.
Well, that sucks. Silly little HTC people.
So,
yeah. Well, good luck. Yeah, I wish you the best.
Yeah. I'll be spending another few hours with it and probably getting with at 602 in the chat room.
Is there any way to roll
one
back?
of my other buddies that's over here.
Is there any way to roll back the firmware to an earlier version?
That's what I'm trying to accomplish with using the taco root, is to roll back over to the 5.10 firmware.
Right. And you're not having any success.
It's not working out too well because it came with a new H-boot. It came with a new everything. Somehow I managed to get the H-boot back to the original .98 H-boot, but it won't take anything else, and so I'm kind of stuck right now.
Well, don't brick it. That'd suck.
I'm trying not to brick it, but it's kind of seeming to be pretty impossible.
Well, best of luck.
And J-Case, I already have TeamViewer set up, so you just let me know.
There you go. I'm pretty sure you heard that. All right, man. Michael, thanks.
We'll try to get this, but I do appreciate all the work you guys are doing. RootzWiki is the best site,
sure.
And I still want to see a Resound with an extended battery case.
Okay.
That RootzWiki thing.
Did you see the designs over on the Google Plus page?
I did, and I've already +1 the one that I want to win, which is the white background with super user and root. They need to take some of those names off of there.
You can +1 more than one. You know, if you like.
That's the only one that I really like, to be honest.
All right. Well, you know, you never know if once we get the design picked. You know, if we go down the row and or if we find people who you know, if we can get enough people together to do a run of another device, we'll be happy to do it for you guys. So, cool. All right,
yeah, for sure.
Well, best of luck to you in rooting that.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Michael. You have yourself a good night, man.
Hey, you do the same, bro.
Michael from Phoenix. You know what, dude? If it reached 100 degrees here, as you can see right now, I'm a little pink-cheeked and shiny because I'm in my office and I got 6 machines running right now, and it's getting a little warm. I couldn't imagine doing this when it was 100 and something degrees outside. That would just kick my butt. Yeah, someone local. Area code 425. You're on the air. Who's this?
Is that me, Scotty?
That would be you. Who is this?
That would be me. This is Justin from up here in Snohomish.
What's up, dude?
How you doing, buddy? Hey, listen, I just want to call and just pump you up a minute. Scotty is probably the most gracious host that I've ever had the advantage of or the privilege of hanging out at his place. So
it's because I had lots of beer.
To pump you up a little bit, man. You're just awesome. I mean, we had so much fun this weekend just to let, for the most part, random people you've never met except for on the web, come into your place, use your bathroom, drink your beer. So, yeah, man.
Well, hey,
I had a ton of fun.
I appreciate you showing up, and I appreciate you bringing the burgers and the cheese, right?
Oh yeah,
you
gotta bring burgers and cheese.
It was the last minute. So here it was. It was the last minute. It was like an hour before my party starts, and I realized I had no cheese and I had no hamburgers, and I'm like, so I just put out on Google Plus, someone bring burgers and cheese, and Justin was like, man, he was on top of it, dude. So Justin, I appreciate you doing that, and thank you so much for coming. And anytime you're down, hell, if you just want to go out and grab a couple beers on a Friday night, you're down my way or something, just give me a jingle, hit me up, we'll go out and have a beer.
Sounds good to me, man.
Awesome, dude.
And one more thing.
Sure.
If any of you listeners don't have a CruzerLite case, get on it. I'm just waiting for the Roots Wiki one, and I'm going to buy probably 2 or 3 of them.
Cool.
So
this was not this was not a paid product placement, and I didn't pay him.
It was not. No, it was not. This is all me. I'm a brand guy, and when I love something, I talk about it.
All right, Justin. Thank you.
Anyways, you have a good night, buddy.
You too, brother. Take care. Justin works for a T-Mobile retailer. He's currently doing some training up at their Factoria offices at T-Mobile corporate. Nice guy, real nice guy. Let's pull area code 818. You're on the air. Who is this?
How's it going, Scotty?
Who is this?
It's Jason. I'm over in Los Angeles, California. It's rickety hot 85 degrees.
Ooh, that sounds perfect.
Actually, it is quite perfect. So, I just had to call in, and I got an HTC Dream. I'm kind of I got all the Groot, the Super One Click, the Ginger Break, the Zerg Rush. This thing runs Root, man.
You were breaking up. What's your device?
I was saying it's the HTC Dream. I had to call in just because everyone has different devices. Everyone's going to have little firmware updates. Like TK said, read the goddamn manual, also known as the forums, before you flash them. And firmware, you'll probably end up stuck somewhere.
Very nice. Jason, thank you very much for calling in, and best of luck on rooting your HTC Dream. On that note, it's funny that you would that you brought that up. When Steve Bird and Steve Smith were up here this week, Steve Bird, I've got a couple devices on the shelf behind me, and if you look over my shoulder, you can see the top one is a white device, and that is that's a G1, a T-Mobile G1 HTC Dream, and I had 2 of them until Bird saw them, and I'm not kidding you. So Bird rolls around. He's like, man, this is really cool, because all of my phones are in really good shape. Yeah, I keep them in good shape, and he was totally digging this. He was playing with it. He's like, man, I can't believe this thing is great. And he says, does it work? And I said, yeah, you got to charge the battery, but I think there's like CM 5.5 or something on it, but go right ahead. This guy charged it up, and within a matter of about 2 hours, he had gingerbread running. I think he had gingerbread. He had a gingerbread ROM running on it, and it ran smooth. So for like 3 days, his Galaxy Nexus, his beautiful white Galaxy Nexus, sat on my dining room table while he went around rocking this G1, and he was doing everything. He's Twitter, phone calls, text message, and he was having a good time. He was really enjoying using the G1, and that's such a hipster move, but whatever. So yeah, Steve Bird was pretty happy about that, and apparently, yeah, Honeycomb runs pretty good on it. So, I'm sorry, Gingerbread runs pretty good on it. Let's pull up another caller. Area code 314. You're on the air. Who's this? That's you.
It's Harry.
Hi, Terry. How are you?
That's me.
Yeah?
Harry.
Harry, turn the speakers down, please.
Sorry.
No sweat.
Is that better?
I don't know. Is it? Are they down?
Check.
All right. Harry, what's up, dude?
Yeah. Hey, Scotty, you're the guy that helped me with my case on CruzerLite.
Oh, yeah.
Stolen?
Yeah, you had one delivered to your house, and it was ripped off or something, right?
Yeah, I won one from Rick or Billy on Twitter, and someone stole it from my front porch.
Those bastards. But we got you taken care of, right? Okay. Look,
Yeah, I'm gonna get the.
I'm
gonna call Bonnie.
Harry, I'm putting you on mute. Okay, you gotta turn down the speakers or whatever it is in the background, because there's about a 3-second delay. So you hear me say something to you over your phone, and then you're listening over on the speakers, and then you answer 3 seconds later. So it's a mess. So turn your speakers down so that we can have a conversation over your phone. So I'll put you back on the air. All right, you back? You there?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Does this help?
That's way better. Thank you.
Okay, I muted them. Just muted them myself. Hey, the main reason I'm calling is because I'm in the middle. I keep having. So I was on the IRC for AOKP today, and I kept having issues with building for the Toro Plus.
Okay.
Sprint G Nexus, and everyone was telling me it's someone kept telling me that it was my fault, but I didn't know what I was doing wrong, even though I have everything set up.
Uh-huh.
I was just trying to get help, and
okay, let me ask you first.
I'm just trying to see if the IRC and Roots Wiki could help me.
Okay. The first question I have is were you having problems with the dialer? Or is it showing, like nines?
No, I mean just in the building. Like I would type the build command in, it would build, and then it'd go through the process, and then it would stop.
All right. So you were trying to build it, but you didn't even get to the part where the dialer was there, right?
No.
Okay, because if you had gotten to the dialer and it was showing all nines, I could tell you exactly what the problem is.
Wait, let me see. The dialer. Let me see. Actually,
The dialer.
I built it. The weird thing is, I built it last night and it worked fine. I'm running build 37 right now on my phone. And then I tried building it again because my idiot brother deleted he literally deleted the file and all my work.
Okay. You know what I would suggest? Because I'm not AOKP, I would suggest.
Yeah, of course.
I'm like a groupie. Yeah. What I would suggest is posting in the thread over on RootzWiki, and I know this is for the Super Toro, right? Is that what it is? Toro Plus.
Toro Plus.
I don't know. Is there someone in the chat room?
I'm pretty sure.
Who's
pretty sure Whitehawk's the maintainer.
Oh boy. Well then, good luck. Could be worse. It could be. You could have ProTech could be the maintainer.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Then you'd really be in trouble.
No thanks, ProTech. You're a good guy.
All right. Check out the forum. Ask in the forum. Someone will get back to you. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Hey, man. You have yourself a good night, dude. Take care. Thanks for calling.
You too.
All right. That's it. Boy, I'm hot. We've been at this for an hour. I'm sweating my little booty off. I want to do my wrap, and then we're going to shut this down until next Wednesday. It'll be June. Next time I talk to you guys, it'll be June. So I want to thank everybody for calling in. It was awesome. You guys are great, and kind of playing with me tonight when I was by myself. So hopefully you guys enjoyed yourselves. And I like to do this. Maybe we might even just do this once a month where I just take phone calls. I like it when you guys call in. You just got to promise me that you'll call in. The number is, just so you know for future reference, the number to call in is. There you go. I didn't know I had a lower body. That's funny. Anyways, so thanks guys so much for watching tonight. You guys are great. You're the best. Let's go over my wrap. Next week, I am going to be giving away this little bad boy right here. You see it? This is a Wi-Fi Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 and 7 inches. It is currently unopened, but it will be open when you get it because I'm going to do an unboxing and do a review and this and stuff. So I'm going to give it away next week to somebody who's watching. So make sure you're watching next week if you want it. If you don't,
Oh, shoot.
then don't watch. If you want to contribute to RootzWiki, we're always accepting applications for writers and people creating video content. Email staff@rootswiki.com or rootswiki@gmail.com. Hit up our YouTube channel, too. I've been kind of slacking off lately. I'm supposed to be in charge of that. Maybe you guys give me some ideas of stuff to talk about, whatever. That's at youtube.com/RootsWikiTV. If you got any feedback for the show, for me, whatever, send it to live@RootzLive.com. Check out the site at RootsWiki.com. Please subscribe to our RSS, Facebook, Twitter, all that other good stuff that we like to see you there. Thanks to my normal producer and director and helpful sidekick, that's Andy Krug. He's in the chat room right now, making sure you guys don't step out of line. Boy, that's it. I think I'm done. Hey, we'll see you guys next Wednesday. Big shout out, thank you to CruzerLite for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. For all of your Android case and accessory needs, check out CruzerLite.com. And on a personal note, stay tuned because we've got a whole slew of new product hitting in about a month. Not just cases. We've got some really cool, unique plushies. We've got some T-shirts coming. We bought our own T-shirt press, so we're making some T-shirts, and they're good designs. They're not, they're stuff you'd wear, okay, or stuff I'd wear. It's not saying a lot, but they're stuff I'd wear. So anyways, guys, love you all. Check out CruzerLite.com. Don't forget the daily podcast. That's Daily Roots. You can find that at blogtalkradio.com/RootsWiki. Yeah, RootzLive. Everybody, have yourselves a great night. Appreciate everybody stopping by in the chat room. Love you much.